Good evening and welcome to episode 15 of Seth's Diaries. It's been a lot of the same stuff over and over, so you're going to start to see some patterns, but there have been some really big breakthroughs for Seth in the last couple of days, so we thought we would just update you on those. First of all, look at Seth walking in much busier places. This is next to a really busy main road near us. He stopped a few times to be interested by the traffic, but for the most part he was really busy, happy, walking and sniffing. He seems to be getting much more confident in new environments now and not quite so shut down when he gets somewhere new, particularly if he's on the move. He finds it much harder to be stationary, but when he's moving he does really well. Seth has also had some more playtime with our nice old lurcher Marty. Marty's really nice and appropriate, and he tells Seth off when Seth's being a bit too much, which is good for Seth because he is, he's 8 months old now. He's very full on, typical of his breed, typical of his age and his sort of developmental stage in adolescence. So it's nice to mix him with older dogs that are a little bit more settled in their ways and will teach him a little bit of respect. Not that you should expect other dogs to do this work for you, but if you do have a nice stable dog who can help teach your dog some of the boundaries and some of the play that it's harder for us to teach as humans, that can be useful, but it should be done carefully and selected with the right dog so that things don't get out of control. I didn't get very much footage of this, but a really big development is now Seth will come near you with his toys, and he's also started swapping toys, which we're really excited about because it means we can use play for training in the long term. So Seth and toys, huge steps forward. Again, here's Seth on a walk he's never been on around another busy residential area. You can see we've got flashing Christmas lights, we've got cars and a busy road, and there were people around. He did have to stop a few times again and seek reassurance, but other than that, again, really nice progress from him here, sniffing, exploring his environment, nice hightail, and as long as he's on the move and he's with someone he trusts, he's really happy to explore now. I'll let you just have a little watch of him mooching around. So another really fun development for Seth has been that he is now playing with enrichment toys. The first time he was shown a Kong wobbler, he sort of refused to play with it or interact with it, and when he did move it one time, he got really spooked by it. Whereas now, as you can see, he's really happily playing with enrichment toys, and he was bashing this around my garden for a good half an hour. And playing with different sorts of enrichment toys, he's getting much more confident. This just took a little bit of verbal praise to get him going, and then once he realised how it worked, he got really involved, and that's nice because we're starting to see problem solving as well. Problem solving can be one of the things that disappears in dogs who are shut down or really stressed or who haven't necessarily had the best start in life. So when we start to see that problem solving switch on in a dog, it's lovely, and it's lovely from a training perspective for whoever his next family is as well, because if he can problem solve, he can do some much more complex training. So this was a really exciting, beautiful moment for us. And finally, here is Seth meeting another one of our family dogs, Edith. Edith is a little French bulldog. We haven't had him off lead around another small dog yet because he's quite intense and quite excitable. But Edith is a really hardy little dog. She loves a good play because she's a bully, so she quite likes a good rough and tumble. So we thought we would trial her with Seth in our garden, and they both did really well. He was playing nicely, he was quite polite, and when he wasn't, again, she was able to tell him, and he did listen for the most part. In typical teenage fashion, sometimes he gets a bit overexcited, and that's when we need to step in. But he was doing really well with Edith, so I'll let you watch those two have a little bit of a play. So that's not everything that Seth has done in the past few days. He's had a trip to Pets at Home. He has been out and about with a few different people. He's been meeting people still, but these are just the new things, the things that maybe look slightly different that we haven't shown you before. Thank you very much for watching, and we'll see you again soon.